You know, it's interesting today, the ISM manufacturing, which is a key economic indicator, that's almost real time. It hit about 53, so that's not a recession. It could be 3% growth. And this afternoon, car sales surged up to 13.6 million. So I ask you, if you never heard of Europe or cared less, would you be buying stocks on the basis of a better economy?
I'd be buying stocks anyway, Larry, especially because I have heard of Europe. Think about this. This Europe sword of Damocles has been hanging over the American economy for month after month after month. Endless worries about the end of the world. And yet, those economic statistics that you just reported nevertheless happened. So that tells you how strong the economy is. Can you imagine how strong the economy will be once the Europe sword of Damocles is removed?
Bill Baldwin, I ask you, the sword of Damocles being removed, one way or the other. Time to buy shares?
It's not Europe that bothers me. There's another reason why I'm not very bullish right at this moment, and that is that the best that this country could come up with in the way of stimulus is this Federal Reserve cheat the elderly scheme. Let me explain that. The elderly retired person puts his money in the bank and gets 0% interest, and that's supposed to stimulate the economy. Guess what? It doesn't stimulate spending by old people.
Right. But what does that have to do with stocks? Make the link. Make the connection.
The connection is this. We're going to have a blah economy for 3 years running. It's going to be twice as long of blahness than you expect, Larry.
Right.
And that means that we're going to have 9% unemployment for a long time.
Regime change next November.
That may change, but that's a year away.
Don Luskin, is the Fed an obstacle to the stock market right now, as Baldwin says?
No, I don't think so at all. You know, I don't think interest rates for old people would be any higher if the Fed weren't here. The fact is that the world is very risk averse right now. The world just wants to save, doesn't want to invest. So interest rates are super low all over the world, Fed or no Fed. But, you know, folks, this is the great case for buying stocks. You're not going to get anything by saving. You're not going to get anything by buying long-term treasury bonds except killed by inflation. It's yet another reason to buy stocks. And everybody's running around like there's blood in the streets. Isn't this a gift? There is no blood in the streets, but everyone thinks there is. That's what makes stocks cheap.